John Kavakis here for My Take. Today we're going to be taking a look at Goldvarg's 1968 Ford Galaxie 500 XL. Now, the Galaxie nameplate showed up in 1959, hung around to 1974. The 500 and 500 XL trims came in 1962, really kind of hit their stride in 63. And it was a top trim level, Galaxie was, for 1959 through 1965, when the Galaxie LTD was introduced. It became a separate line in 1966. So 68 was the last of the third generation Galaxies, and we were kind of nearing the end of an era here. Performance cars through the early 60s and mid 60s were generally the largest cars, the full-size cars in the lineup. They started putting bigger engines in the intermediate sized cars in the mid 60s or so, and that kind of caught on. And by the time we got to the end of the 60s, we were seeing the end of the full-size all-out performance cars, and the XL is kind of a really great representation to that. Some new styling gimmicks for 68 where they had hidden headlights. That was all the craze back then. There were these little doors that moved, and the headlights were hidden behind those panels in the grille that would flip up when you turn the headlights on. There was the 302 had become the standard engine for the Galaxie 500, and could get up to still get a 428 with a 4-speed in it. So the performance was still there. There were new side marker lights, part of the safety movement for 1968. There was shoulder belts. There was a new, safer padded steering wheel, something to throw back all the way back to 1956. They finally, these things became mandated in the late 60s. And so the car was huge. It was nearly 18 feet long. It weighed almost exactly 2 tons, so it was heavy for its time. But it was still, with a 390 automatic, it was still quite a performer. You could do 0 to 60 in 7.5 seconds, quarter mile in 16 seconds, not too bad for the time. Top speed was 126 miles an hour, and it averaged somewhere around 10.5 miles per gallon. So it's a very typical full-size car for the late 60s. And Sergio's given us this beautiful little 143rd model. Now, it was available in what this here is, the name of this color is Gulfstream Aqua. And the other color that it's available in is Tahitian Rose. Now, these are in short supply, so if you can find one, I suggest it. The Gulfstream Aqua, well, let's get it on the turntable here and take a look at it. So the color is just absolutely stunning. It is a beautiful color. I remember this color when it was on the streets, and it was stunning back then. They have captured the color perfectly. The grille, this model has the lights exposed so that you can see them. The grille is beautifully done. Lensing on the lights and on the tail lights in the back is superb. The chrome is shiny and beautiful. It's all fantastic. The trim is great. The side trim, they've got that little kink in the at the rear quarter panel. They've replicated that beautifully. The trim around the windows is photo etched, but very well done, very much to scale. The trim around the windows is exceptional. The windshield wipers are nicely picked out. It's got the dual side mirrors. Those would have been options. The door handles are separate. One thing that is difficult to see are the engine callouts. On the front quarter panel down at the lower, you can see the 390. It's going to be very difficult to see without some assistance. Little hash marks on the front quarter panel are there. The XL badge on the sail panel is just beautifully picked out. The rear grille is very well done, photo etched but very dimensional. The badging in the rear of the Ford, everything's just beautiful. The interior, and this is where Goldvarg's just excel. The interior is beautifully done. The dashboard is very accurately replicated. The steering wheel, that new steering wheel for 1968, looks authentic. The door panels with the chrome trim and the handles, and even the little nubs for the locks are there. It's got the beautiful bucket seats with that that U-handle shifter in the middle. Just a beautifully done interior, and I'm gonna give a shout out to the wheels and tires here. These were wheel covers for 1968. They look like wheels, are made to look like forged steel wheels, but they were wheel covers, and the ones on this model are absolutely beautiful. This and the tires, the right size white wall, and everything. The car is just stunningly magnificent. So let's go to the 5-star rating. Fidelity, I'm just going to give it 5s all around. In particular on value, again, if you can find these, they sell for right around $100 or so. And that gives us our overall 5-star rating on the Goldvarg 1968 Ford Galaxie 500 XL is a 5.0, a solid 5-star rating. It's a beautiful model. Hey, thanks for spending time with me. I'll be back again sometime soon.